On a gorgeous day. Behind me stands the mud flats that once was Blydenburgh Pond. This pond was built in 1798 by Isaac Blydenburgh, Caleb Smith, and Caleb's brother as a way to power a mill. Back there, they didn't have electricity. So the only power that they could get was water power. And they cut the trees down, but left the stumps. And bingo, they got the largest body of water in Suffolk County when they dammed the northwest tributary of Nessequag, which is the only one of the 4 rivers on Long Island, all of which is in Suffolk, the only one that flows north, which kids had a difficulty understanding that it can flow up the map. So, but this is a beautiful, beautiful pond. It was called Stump Pond, obviously, because they left the stumps. This is a pond in which Daniel Webster, great United States Senator in the 1840s, used to fish because it was known for its trout, and as you'll know and you'll hear, for its bass. It was a tremendous recreational facility. The storm of August 19th and 20th took that dam out, and the debate has been, should we rebuild this dam or let it go back to nature? It would take years for nature to heal itself, and it would be a stream, and it would not offer the same type of recreational benefits that Blydenburgh Pond did. So today, we're here to repeat what I said the day after the storm, and that we will rebuild this dam, and we will restore the recreational value of one of our largest parks, Blydenburgh Park. This is a tremendous asset. It's an oasis. You're driving along Vets Highway, you see all the busy traffic, you come in here, it's like, wow, this is great. So we are going to restore this because many people come here to use it. As I said, I had my knee replaced. Talking to the surgeon, he said, oh, you've got to rebuild that. I walk around. It's a 6-mile round. I come here. I drive for miles just to come to this park because it's so beautiful. And now I can't walk around because the dam is gone, and obviously you can't go all the way around. So we are going to do that. We are working to get FEMA funds. We're working with the state DEC. We hope that they're listening and that they will help us in this effort. We have a number of speakers here today. So I'm going to start to see if our Assemblyman, Mike Fitzpatrick. Mike?
Oh,
there you are. Okay.
Thank you, County Executive. Happy to be here with many friends and colleagues. As the County Executive said, it's very important to restore this beautiful pond, which I used to fish in when I was a kid, many, many years ago. It won't be an easy process. The bureaucracies, of course, will be involved, but that'll make sure that when it is restored, it's restored properly, effectively, and with respect to, the changes that nature has wrought. So I want to thank County Executive Romaine for, his leadership on this issue. And one day, in the not-too-distant future, we will have this beautiful lake to recreate in again. Thank you.
We also have our county controller. He's our money guy.
Mr. County Executive, thank you very much. And him being a student of history, he actually was a teacher here in Hauppauge for many years, the Native American name for sweet water. So he knows this area very well, knows not only the importance of the recreational aspects, knows that we have many different groups that are stakeholders here, be it hikers, be it fishermen, be it a very active equestrian community who uses the park for riding, an active dog park, all of the things that people come here throughout Suffolk County and frankly throughout the region in order to enjoy. It's got an economic impact. That's my wheelhouse, the money. and we had a banner tourism season, but it seems that our partners at the state level, including the governor, and our partners at the federal level, including our president, have been ambivalent to act to allow the federal funds to come. So there is no replacement for action. Inaction is not acceptable. And at our level, we're saying, do the right thing. Act now so that we can continue the process. We'll build that dam, and we'll get this pond back to where it can be to serve all of the public. Thank you.
And Judge Better Half is the legislator for this area. Leslie?
Thank you, Ed. Good afternoon. This park is in my district. This park is besides historic. This park and the water that was behind us is the only stream river in all of Long Island left where native brook trout spawn. We can't lose that. We cannot lose that. We can't lose our fishing. We cannot lose our hiking. We cannot lose what we have had for years and come to enjoy. As the comptroller stated, I'm asking President Joe Biden to please get us some FEMA money. This is an expensive endeavor to rebuild this. If we forget, years ago when this was dammed in 1798, the stream beds that were following it dried up. And what did we do here in Smithtown? We built neighborhoods and brought people in. Should we leave it like this in the 7 to 9 year flood cycle that we have here? All those houses will flood. We've got to do something. We've got to do it relatively quickly. And I thank every single one of you for coming out and supporting this and for loving our park. Thank you.
And also representing part of this area is Legislator Trotter. Say anything?
I just,
Hello.
hello.
And we have Legislator Engelbright also, not from this area, but someone that is known throughout the island for his environmental stance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. County Executive, thank you. Yes, I'm a near neighbor from Setauket. And I wanted to be here because of my splendid colleagues in government who appropriately are here to advocate for the restoration of this National Historic Site. I'm reflecting, Rob Trotta is modest, he just said hi, but I want to tell you on the 19th of August, at very early in the morning, I got a call from Legislator Trotta. He said, Steve, you've got to come down here because our border is where the blowout of the Stony Brook Mill Pond, also that dam was taken out at the same time. So Rob, thank you for your courtesy and your collegiality. I'm a geologist by training, so I'm going to talk a little bit about what I think is really the tale of three dams. The one here, the one in Stony Brook, and the one that did not blow out in Setauket, at the Setauket Mill Pond. And I know that one suffered from the same challenge of overflow over the top of the dam. And the reason I know that is because all of our turtles are gone at Setauket Mill Pond. And the only way that would have happened, and we had dozens of sliders and beautiful turtles, they're all gone. The only way that would have happened would be with a torrential rain that would have washed them over the top of that dam. But that dam did not fail. The reason it did not fail was because it was armored with cement. So what took out these dams was an erosion event. It wasn't the pressure of water from behind the dam. It was the water going over the top of the dam, plunging 15 or 20 feet and eroding the distal side of the dam at its base until the water pressure, even normal water back up behind the dam, at that point would have blown it out. So there's a lesson there, and the lesson is one that we will learn from and that we're going to dedicate ourselves to. Our Commissioner of Public Works, Charlie Barth, is here and is probably the most well-prepared person to guide us on the restoration of these two sites. I take heart with that because the county, and it doesn't hurt, by the way, to have a county executive as a history teacher. That's just wonderful. We didn't have to go through a learning process. He led because he knows. And so we're going to restore these historic sites. I would like to see, because this is the largest river on Long Island in terms of discharge and second longest river on Long Island, I would like to see, and we're going to have to redesign the dam. Putting it back as an earthen dam, we have learned, is not the right thing to do. We should take a page out of what we've learned at the Setauket Pond Dam that did not fail, armor it with cement, and while we're redesigning to prevent a future catastrophe, why don't we put in a fish ladder here?
We have them in the impact.
Yes.
And
And
we
river.
have, and as the county executive indicates, we have them elsewhere. So, once again, I thank my colleagues for being environmental stewards. Leslie, you're wonderful. And Rob, thank you for once again for your courtesy. We're good neighbors, and we're going to make sure that we do the right thing. Thank you all very much.
Now, next we have Jim from the Bassmasters.
Long Island Bassmasters.
Long Island Bassmasters, come on up.
Thank you, Ed.
Come up here with them, please.
So today I have the privilege to be kind of the voice. I've created the Stump Pond Coalition page on Facebook to try and get this restored. I am now the president of Long Island Bassmasters. I am the director of Slay Nation Long Island. I have just this past year had the Father's Day event for Long Island Bassmasters and Slay Nation to get kids more fishing. This pond has been in the history of Long Island Bassmasters for over 60 years. They had their first tournaments back in the 70s. We are here to try to get this pond back. We saw what Ed had said back when this first happened, and we just want to make sure that everybody knows that there's more than one voice, that there's only letting it go back to nature is one thing, but it's not going to turn into what we think that it should be. Leaving it to nature isn't going to be the cost-effective way. It's going to be a way that the county and the state and everybody is going to be continually doing maintenance. I believe that with everybody here, you guys, thank you all for coming. We can get this rebuilt. We need to get it rebuilt. The fishing here has been probably one of the best local fishing spots on the island. And together we can get this, I guess, we can get this pond rebuilt and yeah. I appreciate everybody for coming out today. Long Island Bassmasters is appreciative of everybody here. We have people that have been in the club for over 50 years, been fishing this since they were a kid. My kids fished here. I'm proud to be a father of two great daughters that deal with me coming out and fishing, and they love it now. And we just need this pond back. I think getting everybody together, more than just fishermen. This is for the hikers, the equestrians, the kayakers, the boaters, just the everyday outdoorsmen. That's what I have tried to create with this coalition, to try to get everybody together, because just as fishermen, our voice isn't enough. But with everybody together, I think we should be able to do it. So thank you again, and thank you, Ed.
Thank you. Thank you, and this means a great deal to a lot of people, as I found out when I visited my surgeon who did my knee operation. He's saying, you know, Ed, I don't live near here, but I come here and I hike. It's 6 miles around. Now I can't hike around because the dam is broken. I need you to fix that dam. I said, doctor, you got it. And talking about hiking, someone that's been involved in the trail program in this county forever is Nancy, also a civic leader in Central Islip. Nancy, come on up. Talk about the Greenbelt Trail and how this fits in.
Thank you. Thank you, Ed. I'm really pleased to be here today. The Long Island Greenbelt Trail Conference has over 200 miles of trails that we've created on Long Island. Probably our most popular, or close to most popular, is the Stump Pond Trail. It is 6 miles. It goes around the lake. It is beloved by so many people, and it's just such a tragedy to see this not here anymore, and to see these stumps, I can't even imagine. Anyway, obviously the pond is important to so many thousands of people. Also, the Greenbelt Trail itself, I'm sure not everybody knows about it, but the main trail is 32 miles. It runs from Heckscher State Park to Sunken Meadow. And at this point, we can't get from point A to point B, which is from Blydenburgh into Caleb Smith. So that is really important to us, and we have several thousand members who really love this park and all of the Greenbelt and natural world in Suffolk County, and we're very pleased to have that. I can't even begin to tell you how upset we were to see this tragedy happen, and we're all determined to work with everybody that we can to get this pond back so everyone can enjoy it again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now in the back, and he's going to stay in the background because that's his desire, but he's the guy that Charlie Barth give a wave. Charlie is our Public Works Commissioner. He's going to help us rebuild. We're ending by asking the governor, please, Governor, some of those emergency funds, we need them, because even without them, we will make a commitment as a county to rebuild this dam. But it would help if we had some emergency funds to help us along the way to expedite the permit process, because there's a permit process that we have to go through with DEC, not always the easiest agency to deal with, and with the Army Corps. So we are going to go through that permit process. I mean, I know that Public Works has already started designing what the new dam will look like, and to make sure that the next large rainstorm doesn't come along and take it out, and that it lasts for the next 200 years, 226 years, which is the age of this original pond, which was created in 1798. But we will, regardless of whatever, rebuild this dam and rebuild the trail around this park and encourage everyone in Suffolk County to use this park whenever possible. And hopefully we'll restock it with some of our bass and some of the trout that are native to this pond so that we can enjoy it and get some people thinking about fishing again instead of politics or something else, and concentrate on the things that really matter in life, enjoying nature and maybe catching a fish or two. Thank you again for coming. If there's any questions, we're around, all of us, and we'll be happy to take them.
Is there any rough estimates as to how much it'll cost to rebuild the dam?
Charlie, what's the estimate? I know it's in the millions.
This is very early in the process, but we're estimating between $5 and $6 million.
And can you just go over what the regulatory agencies are? So is it just the DEC and the Army Corps, or are there other?
That's it.
That's it. There's several agencies within DEC that issue separate permits that we need.
Multiple permits from the Army Corps and DEC?
Correct.
It's considered navigable waters, that's why the Army Corps gets involved.
Yes.
So everybody stay here for me if you don't mind, just maybe tighten up a little bit. Anybody who wants to come down and join us, I want to do like a little bit of a visual loud chant to put this out to the media and everybody else as well. So if anybody wants to come down and join us, and then we'll all do it together.
I just son stopped by the house.
What's your step?
How's he doing, Mike?
Chris, how you doing? Nice to see you. All right. I'm doing
What's
great.
this hard name?
It's working.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna. Oh wow, this is quick.
So on three, over to shade, stump, pond.
We're gonna say it over and over. Let's chant this. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Say stump pond, say stump pond, say stump pond,
3 more.
say stump pond, say stump pond, say stump pond.
Perfect. All right, let's get a group. Come here and just get a shot of everybody.
Can you stay right here?
Yeah. Everybody tied up.
Everyone right here? Right here?
Right.
Wide angle one? Yep. 1, 2.
Mike, can we get one more save stump on?
What's that?
Just one more?
Okay, yes. Hey, we're gonna do one more chant. It's gonna be the same though, all right?
For you,
Oh, we're serious. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Say stump pond, 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 say stump pond.
Perfect.
That'd be a perfect Christmas card.
Thank you everybody for coming this morning.